Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you.
Stacy, I don't care what you say. I'm voting to re-elect Osgood Bob Flopdinger for mayor.
Now, Midge, there are still so many things that the mayor hasn't talked about.
That's because you only agree with yourself. If you agreed with me, then it would be 2 against 1, and we'd win.
Oh, Midge, but there are so many problems here. Now, what does that have to do about anything?
Everything.
Oh, Midge. Oh. Hello, Mr. Conductor.
Stacy, are you going to, like, tell Midge that she can't come to the station anymore?
Why would I do that, Becky?
Because you just had a big fight.
Oh, no. Just because Midge and I don't agree, it doesn't mean that we're still not friends. And we do agree on the most important thing, and that's the vote. Because a vote is power, only if you use it.
I just wish I knew more about the mayor's opponent. He's a very mysterious figure.
I know. I've seen his picture, and he looks awfully familiar.
But what's wrong with Mayor Flopdinger? He's always been nice to us. I think we should vote for him.
Oh, the mayor is a nice man, and he's very honest, and that's very important for a politician. But he hasn't been talking about the issues, and he hasn't been listening to people's complaints, and I think that that is a big mistake.
Yes, it is, but it's hard to admit when you've made a mistake. Look what happened to James, the big red engine.
James isn't running for mayor, Mr. Conductor.
No, he's not running for mayor, but he is running too fast for the freight cars. Come on, I'll tell you what happened.
James was enjoying his life on the island of Sodor, but he still had a lot to learn. "You're a special mixed traffic engine," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You can pull coaches or freight cars quite easily, but you must learn by your mistakes." James knew what Sir Topham Hatt meant. He could well remember that dreadful accident on his first day. "Be careful with the coaches, James," said kind little Edward. "They don't like being bumped." Everyone came to admire James. "I'm really a splendid engine," he thought, and suddenly let off steam. Whoosh! A shower of water fell on Sir Topham's nice new top hat. Just then, the conductor blew his whistle, and James thought they had better go. Go on," he puffed to Edward. Don't push," replied Edward. The coaches were grumbling, too. Don't go so fast. But James didn't listen. When at last they stopped at the next station, 2 coaches were beyond the platform. They had to go back to let the passengers out. But no one seemed to know about Sir Topham's new hat, so James felt happier. Presently, they came to the station where Thomas was waiting with his 2 coaches. "Hello, James," said Thomas. "Feeling better? That's good." "Oh, that's my conductor's whistle. I must go. I don't know what Sir Topham Hatt would do without me to run this branch line." And he puffed off importantly. Edward and James passed the field where James had had his accident. The fence was mended and the cows were back again. They ended their journey and rested before setting off for home. James was still wondering what Sir Topham would have to say about his new hat. Next morning, he spoke severely to James. "If you can't behave, I shall take away your red coat and have you painted blue." James didn't like that at all. He was very rough at the grumbling coaches as he brought them to the platform. "Don't talk. Come on." Gordon never has to fetch his own coaches, he thought to himself, and he's only painted blue. To make James even more cross, this time no one came near him. "I'll show them," he thought. "They think Gordon is the only engine who can pull coaches." puffed James. "You're going too fast. You're going too fast," replied the coaches. James laughed and tried to go faster, but the coaches wouldn't let him. "We're going to stop. We're going to stop." "What's the matter?" James asked his driver. "The brakes are on. Leak in the pipe, most likely. You've banged the coaches enough to make a leak in anything." "How shall we mend it?" said the conductor. "We'll do it with newspaper and a leather bootlace," replied the driver. "Well, where is the bootlace coming from?" asked the conductor. "Ask the passengers," said the driver. "You have a leather bootlace there," said the conductor to a smartly dressed man. "Please give it to me." "I won't." "Then I'm afraid the train will just stop where it is." The passengers all said what a bad railway it was. Then they told the man how bad he was instead. Everyone was very cross. At last, he handed his laces over. The driver tied a pad of newspaper tightly round the hole in the brake pipe, and James was able to pull the train. But he was a sadder and wiser James and took care never to bump coaches again.
You know, Mr. Conductor, I wish the mayor could have heard that story, because then maybe he'd start to learn from his mistakes the way James did. Then I'd be proud to vote for him.
Mr. Mayor,
Well, I'm here. I'm here, and you can quote me. Oh, citizens? Where are all the citizens? Oh, Schemer. Schemer, you're sort of a citizen, and kids, you're going to be old enough to vote in a few years. I'll give you my flag speech, huh? You know, when I even think of the flag, I get this feeling.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, speaking of feelings, in the latest poll you came in second place. How does that make you feel?
Could be worse. I could be last.
Mr. Mayor, there are only 2 people running. You are in last place.
Oh, well, I hadn't thought of that. And you can quote me.
Mr. Mayor, take it from somebody who knows. You are a loser.
Does that mean you think I'm not going to win this election?
Well, let me put it to you gently. Yes, absolutely, you're not going to win this election. You finish, you're through, no one's going to vote for you, and you can quote me on that.
Oh, but why? Why don't people like me?
Well, technically speaking, it's because of your hair.
My hair?
That's right, and also your clothes.
My beautiful hair?
Yeah, the way you walk, the way you talk.
Well, I hadn't noticed.
Would you like some friendly advice straight from the horse's mouth?
Yes.
If you want to win this election, you need a campaign manager.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, that's what I need, all right.
You need somebody to give you a new look.
Yes!
Yes, a new image.
Yes!
You need me.
You!
Yes! You need to exhume that schemer look, that total air of confidence. You need Schemer's system of success.
Well, yes, but...
Oh, Mr. Mayor, there's no need to thank me. We're friends. But, of course, I can't actually do this for free, so, let's just say after you win the election, I become Secretary of Money.
Well, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Well, and that's what I'll take.
Is Schemer kidding or what? He doesn't know anything about getting the mayor elected.
And how good could the mayor be if he just hired Schemer?
All right, let's get some Schemer buttons around here, too, not just the Flopdinger ones. And let's keep the blue in the blue pile, the yellow in the yellow, and the pink in the pink. Oh, speaking about being in the pink, it's the Honorable Mayor. Take a look, everybody. This man has success written all over him.
Schemer, I told you your clothes were going to be too small for me.
Don't worry about my clothes. Buy me some new ones after the election.
Confound it, Schemer. I don't care about your clothes. This is ridiculous. I mean, what are my voters going to think?
You know something? I think you might be right. All right, there. There, that's better. Oh, that is much better.
Schemer, is this really going to work?
Listen, once people see you looking like me, they're gonna vote for you. It's guaranteed. Now, let me bring you up to speed on the campaign. We got buttons, we got posters, we got stickers, and did somebody say something about a campaign song?
No, I don't think so.
You're gonna love this one. It is... Oh, you know, I'm running a little low on nickels. You're gonna love it.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
I hate the way Schemer just plain rewrote that song.
We gotta do it. A job's a job, Tex.
A song's a song, Rex.
And a nickel's a nickel, people. And a 1 and a 2.
To pick with you. For one thing, hey, Flopdinger, is that you?
This is the new and improved Mayor Flopdinger, and he owes it all to Schemer's system of success.
Mr. Mayor, what are you going to do about the garbage problems in town?
Oh, yes. Well, I was really
you
thinking...
relax, Floppy. Let me take care of this one. I'm glad you asked that question, and let me answer it by changing the subject and referring to something else. And that is the mayor's new curl. Now, this is a look of today's politician. It says trustworthiness. It says decisiveness. It says vote for me.
The voters don't care what he looks like. They want to know what he stands for. Hold it. Thanks.
You're very, very welcome.
Oh, just look natural.
My fellow shining timers. Hello. Some of my enemies have asked, why am I running for mayor of this great town of ours?
What enemies?
So, thank you very much, and now it's on to City Hall.
Well, he must know what he's talking about. I don't understand a word he's saying.
Hey, Rich House, I'd like you to meet the real mayor of this town, the Honorable Osgood Bob Flopdinger. This is the other guy. Listen, Rich House, I understand that you're new to Shining Time Station. You're new to Shining Time Station, and you don't know anything about this town.
Well, I know a heck of a lot more than him.
Hey, that's my candidate you're
Nah,
talking
what are you talking about?
he's talking to me! I can't.
Shall we settle this the usual way? A debate? We'll let the kids run it. They can ask the questions. We'll broadcast it live on TV. Meet the kids.
Meet the kids. What a wonderful idea. Yes. We'll let the kids ask the questions. That'll be easy.
Okay, you got a deal. see you at the debate.
I want to ask the mayor about our playground. Then I can ask him why the library isn't open longer. Mr. Conductor, need some help?
No thanks, Kara. This is what you get when you lose control of your own hot air. You get all puffed up like some of these politicians around here.
Do you guys think the mayor's gonna lose the election? I know he'll lose with Schemer helping him. What do you think, Mr. Conductor?
I think this reminds me of a saying we have on the island of Sodor. We say every engine has to pull its own freight train.
Why do you always say that?
Because it's true. Look what happened to James. He learned about it the hard way. James had not been out to push coaches or freight cars in the yard for several days. He was feeling miserable. Oh, dear. I wonder how long I shall have to stay in the shed. Will anyone ever see my red coat again? Why did I go so fast that I made a hole in one of my coaches that had to be mended with, of all things, a passenger's bootlace? At last, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. I know you're sorry, James, and I know, too, that you want to be a useful engine. People are laughing at my railway, and I do not like that at all. I will try hard to do my best, said James. That's a good engine. There's nothing like determination. I want you to pull some freight cars for me. James was delighted and puffed away. Here's your freight train, James, said Thomas. Have you got some bootlaces ready? And he ran off laughing. Oh, no, said the freight cars. We want a proper engine, not a red monster. James took no notice and started as soon as the conductor was ready. Come along, he puffed. We won't, screamed the freight cars. But James didn't care, and he pulled the screeching cars sternly out of the station. The cars tried hard to make him give up, but he still kept on. Sometimes their brakes would slip on, and sometimes their axles would run hot. And each time, the trouble had to be put right. And each time, James would start again, determined not to let them beat him. Give up, you can't pull us, you can't, called the cars. I can and I will, puffed James. And slowly but surely, he pulled them along the line. At last, they saw Gordon's Hill. Look out for trouble, James, warned his driver. We'll go fast and get them up before they know it. Don't let them stop you. So James went faster. Soon they were halfway up. I'm doing it, he panted. Will the top never come? Then, with a sudden jerk, it all came easier. I've done it. Hooray, it's easy now. But his driver shut off steam. They've done it again. We've left our tail behind. Look. The last cars were running backwards down the hill. The coupling had snapped. But the conductor stopped the cars and got out to warn approaching engines. That's why it was easy, said James, as he backed the other cars carefully down. What silly things freight cars are. There might have been an accident. Should I help you, James? Called Edward. No, thank you. I'll pull them myself. Good. Don't let them beat you. You're doing well, whistled Edward, as James slowly struggled up the hill. I can do it, he puffed. He pulled and puffed as hard as he could. I've done it, he panted. James was resting in the yard when Edward pulled up. Beep, beep, he whistled. Then James saw Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, dear, what will he say? He asked himself. But Sir Topham Hatt was smiling. I was in Edward's train, and I saw everything. You've made the most troublesome train on the line behave. After that performance, you deserve to keep your red coat.
I like that story, Mr. Conductor. James beat the freight cars. He didn't give up.
And neither should the mayor if he wants to win this election. But he'll never win unless he learns to pull his own freight train.
Oh, I get it. You mean the mayor has to learn to run on his own without Schemer telling him what to do all the time. He has to take more responsibility for himself, or else no one should vote for him.
Isn't that what I just said?
Welcome to a broadcast first. Meet the kids. Today's topic, the race for mayor. Good evening, and welcome to the Shining Time Station debate. I'm your host, Ted Typo, ace reporter for the Indian Valley Gazette, and we'll start the questioning with Kara.
Mr. Richhouse, how will you fix up the playground in the park?
By making the hard choices and the tough decisions.
How about you, Mayor Flopdinger?
Huh? Oh, we'll build a whole new playground. Kids who want to play in it will pay Schemer a small admission fee.
Next question from Becky.
Mr. Mayor, what advice would you give to kids about life?
Send your nickels to Schemer, and he'll give you all the advice you need. He's telling me to say that. He's telling me to say that. I quiet. I quiet?
Quit. I quit.
You quit? You can't quit, Schemer. You're fired. Friends, I want to apologize. We're going to buy all new equipment for the playground. Yes, yeah. Now, I know I've been slow to start recycling, but if you re-elect me, I'll get right on it. But now listen, my biggest mistake was hiring that Schemer. Me, who's always saying things like, every engine has to pull its own freight cars. Yes, yeah, well, I know sometimes I seem distracted, but I really do respect all of you. And there. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Typo, who'd you vote for? Kara, you're not supposed to ask that. Voting is very private. Sorry.
That's okay. The answer is nobody. And what's the point? One vote won't make any difference.
Well, whoever wins will be your mayor, whether you vote or not.
You may have a point there. But I still say, it won't make any difference.
Stacey, he won! He won, Osgood! He won by one vote, which was undoubtedly mine.
Hey, everybody! Did you hear the news? Did you hear the news?
We already know.
The mayor has been reelected, which I guess goes to show you that Schemer's system of success was a success after all. Well, I mean, in the beginning. Well, a little bit.
Kids! Miss Jones, Miss Smoot? Yes. Oh, even schemer. It was close, but we did it. We did it. No, by we, I mean I. Listen, I want to thank all of you. Well, most of you. Listen, and I promise to keep all of my promises. Oh, that's another promise. Oh, there's another one. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Looks like you kids were right. Not only did my vote make a difference, but everybody's did.
All right.
You gave it a good try, Mr. Richhouse. Are you going on vacation?
No, just moving, Miss Jones.
But you just got here.
Some people might say, Rich House, you just got here. They'll call me a quitter. Well, I'm not a quitter. I'm just moving on to a new town, to a new election.
But you just lost the election. Why do you want to run in another one?
Kids, I want to make this crystal clear. I've made some mistakes in the past. But if I ever win another election, I promise you, my only job will be to help all the people. And any politician who gets elected, who doesn't try to help all the people, doesn't deserve to win. Now, you remember that when you're old enough to vote. Oh, there's my train. Don't worry. One day, when you think I'm gone forever, I'll be back.
Goodbye. Good luck. Have a good trip. Ooh, well, everybody voted this time, Mr. Conductor.
It's exciting, isn't it? Maybe I'll run for mayor next time.
Oh, that would be great. And you could give speeches to big crowds. And do a debate on TV. And then if you win, you'd have a huge office where people come in and see you every day. And you'll never, ever be left alone. Hey, you know something? I think I'll run for mayor someday.
On second thought, maybe I'll just go fishing.
Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you. So much to see, so far to travel, so much to learn to know. Friends by your side, hopes to hold on to, who knows how far you'll go. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, your own imagination.